Hey fellow YouTubers, good afternoon. What we're going to have a look at today is how to replenish your diesel exhaust fluid on your Land Rover Discovery Sport. Now this is a 2017 model, so some of the graphics in the middle here may look a little different if you have a 15 or 16 model. But you will get a warning message in the center of the dashboard around here somewhere when you start up, and it will say something to the words of low diesel exhaust fluid, no start after 1500 miles, something like that, and that will gradually tick down as you drive along. However, if you want to check yourself just to see how much fluid you've got, bearing in mind that a new car should come with enough to do about 10,000 miles, that's about 16,000 kilometers. You just need to use the steering wheel controls to scroll through the menu until you get to the icon that says vehicle information, and then on this one it says next service. I think on the earlier models it says DEF level check. Now very worryingly, if you can make it out, my car has done less than 1,000 kilometers and it's telling me that I've got less than 4,500 miles, which is about 7,500 kilometers until it's empty. So either the sensor's wrong or Land Rover are being tightwads and not filling it up in the factory. So I reckon on this car, if it hasn't been filled properly, I should probably get 6 or 7 litres into it. The overall capacity on this car is 13 litres. So once you've checked that, once it gets down to about 1500 miles, particularly if you drive quite a lot, you obviously want to be looking at refilling it yourself, or at the earliest booking it into Land Rover to get it filled. So let's have a look under the bonnet and see where we fill it up, and I'll take you through the process. So once you're under the bonnet, you will find this little cap here, okay, and on it it says AdBlue DEF, okay, and it's next to one of the air conditioning refill tubes, and on a right-hand drive car it's located directly near where the brake fluid is located. What you'll need to fill it up with is something similar to that, AdBlue. Now I've bought this at the filling station in 10 litres and it cost me 14 euros. Obviously now I've got this, what I will do next time is I will go to the pump and tank it up, because certainly in Germany at the moment it's about 50 cents a litre. All of this, whether it's called AdBlue DEF, is all the same, and written in the small print here is the ISO and DIN standard, which matches that in the handbook of the car. And essentially what it is, it looks and has the consistency of water, but it's an artificial urea, and it gets injected as part of the cleaning cycle and the injection process in the car, and it keeps the emissions levels down. Hence why the car won't start without it, because it's key to maintaining its Euro 6 capability for diesels. And all you need to do, quite simply, is just to unscrew this top, let it dangle down. I'm not going to fill it up because my car doesn't need filling, but you put a funnel into there, okay. You can't quite see this, but it's just a long tube, and I filled it up on my last car and it was almost empty, and you can actually hear it gurgling down into the tank, which I think is located just sort of down by the driver's footwell. You take this, pour it in. Now once your warning light comes on, you should get 10 litres in quite comfortably, and it's as simple as that really. What you need to be aware of is if you do spill any of the fluid, it doesn't smell. Okay, it doesn't smell of, some people say it smells of urine, it doesn't. But what you'll notice is that when it dries, it forms like a salt crystal everywhere. And my experience tells me that if you do spill something, although they tell you to wash it off immediately, it's actually a bit easier just to let it dry, and then you can just rub it off like you would do salt or sand crystals once they've gone dry. And that's it really. There is absolutely nothing to it. If you're not on a service plan from Land Rover, don't bother paying them £8 or £9 a litre. Get your stuff yourself, fill it up yourself. It's absolutely no more difficult than filling up your windscreen washer fluid. Okay, so there's nothing technical about it. Just get out there and fill it up if you require.